What is up, everyone? This is time to wrestle with Suplexis. I'm Suplexis, and today I am gonna review the Elimination Chamber 2024. So, this show was live from Perth, Australia, with 4 matches on it, one on the kickoff show. I'll briefly go over that right now. It was a women's tag match. It was alright, I'd say. And, the wrestling wasn't amazing in it, but it gave Indy Hartwell a moment in Australia, and that's pretty good, I think. That's good enough. So, Kabuki Warriors retained, as many would probably predict. So let's get to the main show after discussing that briefly. So the first match was the Women's Elimination Chamber match, and this match to me was a little disappointing with the talent we had with Tiffany Stratton, Becky Lynch, Bianca Belair, the likes of those three. I guess Naomi, formerly known as Trinity, then Raquel and Liv Morgan. I expected a better match. There are no crazy spots that I've never seen in a chamber match. They didn't utilize it too much. All the spots, well, they did utilize it, but all the spots, they felt extremely pre-choreographed. They took 10 seconds, it felt like, for every spot, just to set up, get people in the right place. So nothing in the match had a good flow. All of it felt unnatural, honestly, and that was to the detriment of the match. In the end, Becky Lynch wins, so Liv Morgan eliminates Bianca Belair, and then Becky beats her right away. I don't know about that finish. I was hoping Becky would have to beat Bianca in a singles match because she hasn't done that too many times, only once. So Becky Lynch wins. She gets the Women's World Championship match. This match to me was not too good. I liked last year's Women's Elimination Chamber with Asuka winning, and during that chamber, the competitors in that, I like that much more. But Becky Lynch wins. She's back on track. First women's championship match on pay-per-view since 2022 SummerSlam, I believe. So the next match was the Judgment Day defending against New Czech Republic, I believe. New Clutch Republic. Anyways, Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate challenging these two for the tag titles. This was probably the weakest match of the night, in my opinion. There was a little to no hype. They did not hype it up on the Monday Night Raw episodes. They had DIY there, where they could have easily put Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate in that. And it felt like 5 minutes in, I was waiting for this match to end, and it felt like it went. I think it went 15 or 20 minutes, probably. It went much longer than it should have. They should have cut the match in half, in my opinion. But Judgment Day retain, and it's probably because it's a stadium show and people want to get their money's worth. So that's probably why the match went long. It felt like a TV match, it felt like a Raw match, it felt less interesting than some of the Raw matches they have right now. This match was a bit disappointing. But the next match is DM Hunk, Drew McIntyre going through the chamber match. I believe at number 2 in the match, starting with LA Knight. He goes through it. Him and Randy are the final two. And, excuse me, Logan Paul costs Randy Orton the match. Brass knucks to the face. Randy gets pinned for the first time in his return, and some other notable things to happen in the match. Um, Bobby Lashley, he appears to injure his elbow again, just like he did in the chamber match a couple years back, which is really a shame. But they might be a work, honestly, because AJ Styles comes in after, beats up LA Knight for costing him that match with the steel chair, like dents the steel chair, like bends it a lot by being down. Styles clash, LA Knight's out. We're gonna get something with LA Knight and AJ Styles at WrestleMania. Logan Paul and Kevin Owens continue their rivalry in the match. They go at it a lot. And Drew McIntyre in the end wins. Where do I think this is going? So we got one match. Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. And Drew's probably going to win that title. Then I think for the other one with Logan Paul, I think he's going to defend his title in a ladder match against like LA Knight, AJ Styles, Randy Orton, Kevin Owens. I see Kevin Owens winning that one probably. So this match to me, it was a good match. It didn't do it. I'm not gonna rewatch this match. I'm not gonna want to rewatch this match. Once again, I think last year's Chamber is better, but this one's still good, I'd say. Uh, I like this one met expectations, so it did its job. Drew is going to WrestleMania, and the winners of the chamber matches were pretty obvious. So Drew's going to Mania. He faced off with Seth. He attacked Seth the past few weeks. That makes sense. Becky and Rhea, they've had intense stare downs, so they're gonna fight at Mania. That makes sense too. So now it's time for the main event. And actually, before I discuss the main event and before the men's chamber match, we had Cody Rhodes Seth on the Grayson Waller effect, and Cody Rhodes challenges The Rock to a one-on-one match, and Seth Rollins is like, "You're gonna need me to take down the Bloodline, man." So it seems we are getting that tag match at WrestleMania. It's only a matter of time until it is officially announced. And The Rock is on SmackDown this week. They will probably announce it there. So I'll discuss the main event now. Match of the night, which is something I don't say about Nia Jax matches too much, as Rhea Ripley defends against Nia Jax in her toughest defense yet. The announce table is broken. Nia does an elbow drop off a chair that looks kind of weird, and then she hits an annihilator. Rhea Ripley kicks out, and honestly, there's no insane spots. Avalanche Samoan drop, I guess, and Rhea kicked out of that too. Hits the Riptide in the end, 1, 2, 3, and there's no insane spots in the match. It's just a really good match. Like they did nothing outside the box, but it did its job. Perth was electric for this match. The crowd, they were even quiet earlier in the show, which like, international crowds are never quiet. So that's a testament to how much better the show could have been. But Rhea Ripley retains. She is going to defend against Becky Lynch. I fully expect her to walk in and walk out of Mania still with that championship. So overall, the show, it was probably the weakest show in like a few pay-per-views, I think. Like I enjoyed Royal Rumble like a lot more than this. Survivor Series was just a fun show, a lot funner. Crown Jewel was pretty good. This one was average, middle of the tier, I'd say. Okay, but This is Suplexis. This has been Suplexis. I might do a Revolution review next week, but I'll have to see about that because it's on a Sunday. But WrestleMania, I'm fully expecting to do predictions videos just like last year. I'll do a night one review probably. I'll try to do a night two review as it might be Cody's crowning moment. We'll have to see about that. But WrestleMania now, we got four matches. We got the two women's world title matches. We got the two men's world title matches that are put in books announced. So I'm hyped for that. And that is all. So thank you for watching. This has been Suplexis. Have a great day. Goodbye. Bye.